What up, gang? In this video, we're going to talk about the 14 time wasters of music artists, rappers, singers, and you need to understand these because if you can eliminate these, you're going to get more done. You're going to get there faster. You got to eliminate the things that are wasting your time. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I got your back. You already know the deal. I'm Rob Level. This is Smart Rapper. Let's get into it. First thing that's a huge time waster for all music artists is studying, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I know this. Studying for things for your career that are not necessary to need to know until way later, all right? So you may be like right now studying, well, how am I gonna engineer my songs? Or how am I gonna promote my songs? But you may not even have songs out yet. So you know what that means? Actually, your brain's not gonna retain that information because you're not able to apply it or execute it in order to hardwire it, okay? That's how it works, all right? So you're not gonna remember much. You ever learn something, you learned a little early, maybe you bought a new video game, you learn some of the tips, and then you get the video game and you gotta go back and watch the tips again.
Yeah.
Because you don't remember it until you need it. As soon as you understand that, and that's how the brain works. I've read many books on how the brain works. This is very important, and I coined something called just-in-time learning, where you should only learn things just at the right time when you actually need it, otherwise you're wasting time. You need to focus on what's in front of you, all right? What do you need to know right now? That's what you need to learn. And it's gonna save you a tremendous amount of time. I cannot explicate the amount of time that I have wasted learning something that I didn't need that then I had to go back later and then learn again. I'm telling you. Okay? Time waster number 2, chasing hit songs. So this happens for a lot of people. They're only trying to make hit songs. And you can do that after you become an exceptional artist and understand every single element. But in the beginning, you're chasing hit songs instead of just getting better at making music. That is actually the key because you have to find your style before you're gonna be able to make a hit song. You gotta find all these other elements, your tone of voice, what works for you, just so many things before you're really gonna be able to even have a chance at making a big hit song. Don't try to make a hit song. Your style organically will make something amazing and great and sound unique, which in a lot of cases can be more powerful because it builds you a hardcore fan base with its own sound. Some people have hit songs, you never hear from them again after that one song. Why? Because it was just like they didn't actually establish their style and they didn't have anything supporting it. They accidentally made a hit because they chased it early and didn't develop, okay? That's why that happens. They're not capable of making it again because they don't actually know their own style or sound or how to make a hit song. You learn that when you are building your style and making music over time. So don't chase hit songs, all right? Just like don't chase women, okay? Don't chase men, you know what I'm saying? Is it not always better when they come to you? Yeah. Think about it. It works like that in a lot of things in life. When you rather a record label come to you instead you have to chase them because you ain't gonna get a good deal, all right? Think about it. Time waster number 3 is going through the wrong beats and instrumentals. And this comes down to also you having to build your style because if you're going through the wrong beats, you're not going to build your style properly. You may be going through beats, I like the way this sounds. That doesn't mean it matches your style. One of the first things you should do is figure out what kind of beats actually work for you, not just what kind of beats you like. There's a big difference. And a lot of artists they just go through beats, You need to understand what your style is before you do that. What is the sound type? Do you make darker music? Do you make like kind of instrumentation is going to work best with your tone of voice? Those are things you got to figure out. I can't figure those out for you. I can tell you that you need to do them first. It's going to save you a tremendous amount of time because there's a lot of bad beats out there. You don't want to sometimes I used to go before I started making my own beats and me and AG making beats together, man. Like there was days where I do over 1,000, 1,200 beats. I think it was maybe over 1,500 beats one day. I'm seriously, I'm counting. I go through entire catalogs, and then a catalog, I'm not gonna go through this. I have other videos explaining this. But anyway, it's a huge waste of time if you don't actually figure out what works for you. And that's the reason I make my own beats now, because I know what my sound is. And I can make a beat faster that works for me, then I can find a beat that works for me. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
It's only because of years of experimentation and understanding the sounds by going through the right beats and the right type of producers. Even though I go through big ones, but you gotta try to find hit songs. It's a whole other conversation. Let's get into number 4. Number 4 is doing things that are not important. Here's how you need to think about things that you need to do for your career. Is it an urgent thing, meaning it needs to happen immediately? And is it important? If it's urgent and it's important, it needs to happen first. Nothing else on your list should even exist, okay? Actually, I'm gonna put this on the screen. I'm gonna put this little chart. You need to understand this, okay? Anything you're doing only needs to be the most important thing first, all right? You need to finish your album. All your focus needs to go into that album. Everything. Once that's done, move on to the next thing. And again, bringing us back to earlier in this video, don't go off trying to learn things and then be like, I'm being productive. This is for my music career. No, you're wasting your time. You're being lazy. It's called procrastinating, and you know that you're doing it. I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but if you're not doing the things that are actually important, that's next up in your career, you're wasting your time.
Bing bong.
Number 5, getting upset at things and people. Getting mad, blaming people, being upset at other people, the amount of energy you're gonna waste. First of all, like this, don't ever blame somebody else for something, and if it is their fault, who gives you need to keep going forward. You need to keep moving forward. Actually, I was at the studio, Tiger was there, and all of Rihanna's albums were on the wall, and I was talking to the manager at the place, and he's like, there's one thing about Rihanna that was the most impressive thing I've ever seen in a music artist ever, and this works perfect for this. I was like, I gotta hear this, right? And he's like, she never let anything upset her. He was like, she would get some like terrible news and be like, oh my God, but then like 5 minutes later, she was completely calm and right back to doing what she was supposed to be doing without letting it affect her. That is extremely powerful. Do you understand how powerful that is? It's such a superpower. That's why the guy was so impressed, and I'm impressed, and I'm even telling you right now, right? Because when you get upset at things and things are letting things affect you, it really is gonna give you more anxiety. It's gonna slow you down. It's not gonna allow you to get into a creative space. It's not gonna allow you to want to work because you're so stressed out. You cannot let yourself get stressed out by other people, right? They may do some to you, whatever, blah, blah, who cares? Don't worry about it, okay? You gotta learn to get over it. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to work and outshine these people. Number 6 is worrying about not making it big. Those thoughts are damaging and they waste your time.
He ain't lying.
Of course you're gonna be scared about not being able to make it one day, all right? But like everybody fears that, but you're gonna make it way faster if you don't worry about things that are negative. You cannot think negative thoughts, because remember, what you think is what you are. What you think is what you believe about yourself. If you think you're not gonna make it, I'm telling you right now, you will not make it. You're never gonna be able to convince yourself to do the things that it's gonna take to make it, all right? I'm not gonna go into this big, inspirational speech about it, but what you tell yourself is really what makes you who you are. You need to understand that. Huge time waster is worrying about what other artists are doing and where they are compared to you.
That don't fly around me.
The thing is, you're not them. They have different resources. 99% of artists that are big right now that you're like, oh, that's my favorite artist, they didn't have to do any of the work that you have to do. Those people got on because somebody else put them at that level. Somebody else pulled them on, put them on. You may not ever have that happen. You have to do a different type of work. Also, if you have somebody like in your town that are a little bit bigger than you, who cares? Use it as fuel to push yourself. Don't worry about it. When I see somebody else doing good, well, first of all, I'm like, congrats to them. But if it's somebody I don't like, I use it as fuel. I'm like, this one, get it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand how to manipulate yourself to work hard, but do not waste your time worrying about other people, not even just other artists. Don't even worry about what anybody else is doing. Like, oh, they're on a beach. Yeah, okay, that means they ain't getting no money. They spend money to do that. They wasting money. They got money to get, okay? Like, you gotta learn how to reframe things in your head, okay? Don't worry about what other people are doing. You're you, you're not them, and they're never gonna be you if you keep working. Number 8, turn off your phone's notifications. I cannot say this enough. Your ringer ding, your Instagram notifications popping up every time you get a like. Why the do you need to know every time you get a like? Dude, when somebody has those notifications on, if I DM somebody and they immediately DM me back, I'm like, what the is wrong with you? Like, I only DM when I'm on the toilet or do anything like that. And most of the time I read 1 or 2 pages of a book when I'm on the toilet. But if you immediately respond, I just interrupted your they always do is leave a message for you to see later, right?
Exactly.
Like, how much of your day is getting wasted because somebody liked your picture? Like, Jesus Christ, I've never even kept notifications on. I would turn this shit off before I even knew this type of information because it was such a waste of my time. Who gives a if you get a new follower?
Exactly.
Who gives a if you get a like on a fucking picture?
Exactly.
Who fucking cares?
Nobody.
You're gonna start getting so many of them that you're never gonna be able to keep up with it anyways. You're just doing that for that little endorphin rush? They only do that and allow that so that they can make more money off of you when you click it and go to their platform to have more user time retention, to sell more ads to you because you're on the platform, and to keep you hooked on it. I don't need to be like, oh, it's addictive, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we already know that. The thing is though, is when you have those notifications on, you're letting them your entire life up, because it takes 15 minutes to get back into focus for anything that you're doing. If you ever lose focus, like, oh, a notification, ding, my ringer is never on. You cannot ever call me and get me to pick up on first ring or even at all unless I accidentally see it. Like, there's no way. My phone's not even near me most of the time. I don't know where my phone's at right now. Oh, it's over there. It's not in front of me, is it? And there ain't no notifications. But I bet you I got text. Number 9, working with new people all the time instead of working with the right people that you can build with. Now, this is a huge mistake that most people make when they move to LA. They think that they're networking when they go to the clubs. They think that they're networking when they go to who the f you networking with? Drug dealers and like these girls who are never gonna be able to like, who are you networking with? If you're not networking with only music artists, if you're not networking only with people that are actually gonna be able to help you build, stop networking, stop working with these people. This also counts for the music industry too. Or if you're working with the wrong producer, or you're working with blah, 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 or you're working with this artist over here. If it doesn't make sense, stop doing it.
I'm for real. I'm for real.
And then when you find the right people, keep working with those people. Stop trying to find new people. You can try to find new people, but you eventually gonna be able to start identifying who those right people are. And that's gonna save you a tremendous amount of time. Because I'm telling you right now, when I moved to LA, it's such a time waster working with people that are just not. It's just a time waster, trust me, all right? Really quick, if you could hit that subscribe button for me, I really appreciate it. Growing this channel allows me to help more artists like you and me so that we can keep getting further faster together. That's it, let's get back to the video. Don't even need to say this, I'm gonna say number 10, time waster. Stop wasting time on Facebook and Instagram Instagram, but you can spend time on YouTube if you're actually using it for educational purposes. There's not really much educational content on Facebook and Instagram. Like, yes, there is, Rob. There's these pages that, I'm like, shut the fuck up. No, you need to be on YouTube. That's what YouTube is for, okay? It's damn near, it's the new college. Don't even turn on Facebook. Don't even turn on Instagram, all right? Number 11. Stop socializing with people who aren't growing your music career. This kind of goes back to number 9. Great example is don't be with a person in your relationship who doesn't believe in you. Or don't be friends with somebody who is not going to make you a better person. Don't be friends with anybody. It doesn't matter music-wise. As far as that goes, you should not be friends with anybody who's not going to help you grow as a person or make you a better person. Anybody who's dragging you in the wrong direction, stop socializing with them. I don't care if it's family. Cut them out. I don't care if it's your brother, your mom, your aunt. You're like, Rob, I can't do that. Yes, you can. You're telling yourself that you can't. You can do anything that you want to do. It's your decision. Move out. Blah, blah. I'm not going to go into all that, but I've had a lot of artists say stuff like that. But stop socializing with people who aren't going to help you be the best version of yourself and who aren't going to help you grow your music career. There's so many people you're wasting your time with. And you don't got to be mean. Just be, if you're like, oh, these people always going to party. How many times are you going to parties? How many times are you going to bars? How many times are you going to all these places that are not moving you forward? And then you keep doing it. What a waste of time. You're like, Rob, I have to have fun. Yeah, you can do that, but like, are you doing it too much? What are you doing after work? Are you working on music? Like, you got to sacrifice for this shit. Number 12, I'm just gonna say is time waster. Stop chasing girls. You can have all the girls you want later. All the girls, all the guys, whatever you're into, you can have whatever you want. Everybody gonna come to you. Let them come to you. Let them come to you. Okay? Not worth it. Calm down, little Rob. Calm down, man. Calm down. I got shit to do. Okay? Tame yourself. Number 13, I just said it. Partying, bars, anything like that. Quick one, you already know that in itself, not only the people bring you to the parties like that, but just you partying in general. What's the point? And you get a hangover, you can't even work the next day. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Number 14, TV, Netflix, too much of that. Okay, you need to limit yourself to a certain amount. You've heard all these things. I don't even need to say these, but I gotta remind you. That's what this video is for, is to remind you these things are wasting your time and eating your soul and taking away from your music career goals. Okay, you gotta understand that, man. The more time you make for your career, the more energy you put into something. Where you put the energy, where your energy flows, energy grows. All right? You understand that? Only thing that can grow is what you give energy to. You ever have a negative thought and you keep giving energy? How much bigger does that get? It starts eating your mind. Same thing happens with a happy thought. You start thinking happy thoughts, like, damn, oh yeah. And you get happier. Same thing happens when you put your energy into your music. Realize that. Stop wasting time. All right, I'm Rob Level. I'm gonna put the link below for y'all to check out the Music Industry Shortcut, because that'll help you have a bunch of people and other artists just like you around you, as well as me in there, to help you stay focused and on track. All right, keep hustling. The link's gonna be in the top comment and they're gonna be in the description. Keep hustling, gang. I'll see you at the top. Bam!
Chop it, break it, flip it, shit all day. Chop it, break it, shit, flip it all day. Chop it, break it down and flip it all day. Chop it, break it down and flip it all day. Chop it,